Hello YouTube, my name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mac channel where I am documenting my journey towards debt freedom in hopes to build wealth, retire early, or become work independent as a married woman paying debt alone. If you are new here, thank you so very much for clicking on this video. And if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so very much for coming back. If you're new and you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, please consider hitting that subscription or that subscribe button if you're interested in following my journey towards debt freedom as a married woman paying debt alone. So this is a follow-up video from the previous two videos where I took a tour of those two houses. I did want to come and give a quick update before I went into work. So I kind of updated you on house number one. At that time, it was a definite no, but now it's time for update number two. And so I'll just get right into it before it's time for me to go in. So at the time, like I said, house number one was a definite no. House number two was a definite yes. My husband was dragging his feet because his investment property is not rented out yet, and he felt like if we took on another home that needed work, we would be overwhelmed. Then he wasn't 100% sure about selling our home because I did mention there is an emotional attachment to our home. So I did reach out to a loan officer. She's actually the one who helped us buy my investment property in Winston-Salem and my husband's investment property in the city that we live in. And I told her basically what we were trying to do, and she gave us a few different options. She said we would not necessarily have to sell our house to purchase the new house if we could afford all the mortgages. Then she said that, well, we wouldn't have to sell our house at the time that we signed the paperwork if we could afford all the mortgages. And she told us we could put our house on the market afterward. And she also told us that we had the option to keep our house, rent our house out, and move into the new house. And if we are going to be living in the new house, or if the new house will be considered our primary mortgage, we could get 100% financing. So when I took those options back to my husband, and we went ahead and did the pre-qualification for the price of the house, and we did get qualified for a 30-year mortgage, our payment would have been about I want to say $379, and for a 15-year, it would have been $431. So I took those numbers back to my husband, and he was like, "Okay, let's do it." So the next day, me and the realtor were playing phone tag back and forth. I called her phone. She missed my phone call. She called me back. I missed her phone call. By the time we were able to finally get on the phone, the house had gone under contract. So I was somewhere like, okay, this wasn't meant to be. And now let's just stick to the plan of eliminating my student loans and then buying houses cash, investment properties cash. But we are going to look at two more homes today, and so I will bring you along on those tours as well. So stay tuned for that. Bye. This is house number one. This is how it was on realtor.com, and this is how it looked when we showed up. And so we were kind of upset and misled, but the neighborhood was nice, and we continued to give it a try. We absolutely did not look at the first house because my husband was absolutely not interested in that neighborhood. So here I am walking around the backyard. The lot size is smaller, and that attracts my husband because right now it takes him about 2 hours to do our yard work. And although he has the riding lawnmower and that investment, he is already saying that he's not going to spend his retirement years. He's not going to spend that much of his retirement years on the lawn. So Here we are entering the home, and you guys, it needs a lot of work. I'm just gonna say, but it is 5 bedrooms. This is one of the bedrooms. I guess this is considered like a dining room, or I'm really not quite sure on, like, there are no closets in the rooms on this side of the home, but the rooms on the other side of the home are the same size and they have closets. So it's listed as a 5-bedroom
behind you. Which way you going? Because I need to follow you.
And so I'm not quite sure why I just kept walking. I think I was trying to catch up with my husband so that I could walk behind him, but then I got distracted. So this would be bedroom number 1, and then
let him jump
like
first.
The hallway, and again with these older houses, there's a lot of unused space. So this bedroom actually connects to that first bedroom, as you can see there. And what we talked about doing is cutting out that wall if possible, because it does look like there's some type of heating source in that wall, and making that this whole side of the home the master suite.
What you see?
So with like a master bedroom, bathroom, closet, and like a sitting area. This, I'm not sure what this is or was, because there are 2 spaces on both sides of the kitchen, and so that is the roof, and then this is I'm not sure if I got a good picture of the floor. We didn't even step in there. My husband didn't feel comfortable with us stepping on that floor. So then this looks like it may be like the dining area, or could be the dining area, and then that is the kitchen. He also did not want me to step foot into the kitchen, so I did not, but that is the closest view I could get. It looks like they dropped the ceiling in the kitchen, and we also talked about raising that back up. And then again, we did not walk to the back.
Maybe they rented it out and the renters tore it up, and then they just lost hope.
But it does, I think it is like a screened-in porch. And so, the kitchen, obviously, I mean,
or they don't have the resources, or they're not aware of the resources.
But my husband could do most of that. He's good with flooring, gutting, drywall, mud. Actually, I can do some mudding. I picked that up when we were working in his house. And so I believe we head up the stairs. It is original hardwood floors in the home, and that is a plus for me. It looks like it used to be a beautiful home on the inside. I'm not really liking the outside, but you know. And so this looks like, so this was the bathroom. Horrible condition. I love the bear claw, I think it's called a bear claw tub, and we would restore that. So yeah, I'm just looking at all of this. The realtor was not sure if there was if it was a lead-based paint, and she didn't really address that. That was a picture that was left in the home. And so this little heating thing that you see behind that picture, that runs on both sides of the house, and I'm not quite sure if that's a furnace or if it can be considered a fireplace. I think my kids would be excited about the fact that they have a fireplace, and since they're older, minus the 8-year-old, you know, they might feel like rich or whatever. But the house would need all new windows. Obviously, there were vines that were growing inside of the house. That was another picture that we saw. I'm not quite sure. I'm just piecing together the story or making up a story, but there was a lot of stuff that was just left. And so we were trying to get a glimpse of the roof. It looks like there is a tin roof, and for some reason that excited my husband. He just kept saying that's a good roof, and I don't know if it's a good roof because it's a tin roof, or he saw something that I did not see that made him believe it was a good roof. But this is another bedroom, and that actually connects So this
Another
is,
bedroom.
I guess, bedroom number 3. There were some really nice size bedrooms, honestly. They look comparable to the size bedrooms. Actually, the size bedrooms we have in our primary home look a little smaller than these. But the bedrooms were nice. You can see that there are vines growing in the window. That is my handsome husband there. And so, this is another room. This actually connects to the attic. And my husband did walk in there, and it's completely unfinished. And he felt like we could get more space out of that home. I mean, if we finish the attic. And so we considered that as well. But like, as you can see, there are vines and weeds and stuff growing through the attic. So I was not 100% sold on the home, but my husband was. So there were quite a bit of wet spots in the ceiling like that. Over here is some original cabinetry, I guess, and there is so much space in this part of the home upstairs that we could, could potentially be the option to make into an office space for me.
Yeah, you put your Christmas tree right there.
You know, just allow the kids to have some extra space, maybe like a meeting space or a lounge like area upstairs. There is plenty of room, and I don't have the exact square footage, but it was a lot of room in this house, you guys. Even if we left it, like left the structure as it is, it could, and just put in updates, like painting and flooring and stuff like that.
That's it.
I feel like it would still be a modern home.
I guess.
But we would definitely eliminate some of the walls, especially with the kitchen and those 2 spaces. We would eliminate that. Here we went back to the bathroom because my husband felt like the ceiling damage on the first floor may have come from this, and he was trying to figure that out. But there was some mold in the bathroom, and he felt like that was because the window was broken, and maybe like rain and stuff had come into the home or come into the bathroom. And then we were talking about the roof again here, so he was still excited about the tin roof. But yeah, he was pointing out the mold and stuff up there. But even at this point, he was still excited or interested in this property. And I was not completely sold, honestly.
This one, babe, I don't see.
So, I took one last tour of the home, and again, you see all those spots in the ceiling, and then even some space.
I see parts of it. I don't see a whole vision.
But the home was listed for $32,000, and he felt like if they would accept $20,000, it would be a go for us. And that was basically
you see renting this house out, or you see us living in this house and flipping it?
Still was hesitant.
But living in it and flip?
Babe, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you what sold me, honestly.
Living in this, I just want to be clear, we on the same page.
We could make
living in it to flip it. Living in it while flipping it. Yeah.
I think eventually I get.
But it would still need work before we moved in.
But when he said that we could make the rooms on the
is it
other
hardwood
side,
under this carpet
downstairs,
did you pull that up?
Master suite for just us, I was like, ooh, you are right. And like I immediately
but that can be restored, right?
The vision. And so
what's he do?
So it's these rooms. So this room and the next room. When he talked about, you see how they combine right there? So he talked about extending the closet.
It's lax.
Closing that doorway up so that it's just regular wall. And then extending the closet, down the side of the wall.
Could be a bedroom.
And either eliminating this wall that's right here to the right, or putting
this could be a bedroom.
Up some, I don't know, opening it up some kind of way, and then making that whole side of the house a master
So really,
suite. Then
we could make this a whole bedroom.
the picture.
And
so,
like this could be a whole master suite.
I was like,
here.
okay,
because there's enough bedrooms upstairs.
It is just a bit overwhelming.
Absolutely.
But and I think the fact
we could
that
or we could leave it and have
just
have a fireplace
that had so much potential and could have led us and made a major difference for us. I'm not sure what's going on with my finger here, but could have made a major difference for us. I think he was more willing to think harder.
Princeton, boy, that's my damn bodyguard. We can't do nothing, Keisha.
So we did go back and look at this back room again because we feel like that would be.
But baby, you could do a floor because you did my office floor.
Maybe take the majority of our budget. But then again, it kind of looks like it just needs some cleaning up. But I just wanted to get an accurate representation so we'll know exactly what to potentially.
What is that back there, though?
Expect.
It's something there.
The bathroom
on the other side of this door.
Right. I never actually went in there because it was dark and I'm a little scary. And so this could potentially be opened up. The wall that separates this room from the kitchen could possibly come out, and it could be a full eat-in kitchen. And then this space, I'm not sure what it could be utilized as, but we definitely would utilize all the space in this home. I'm upset that it didn't. I'm disappointed that it didn't have a basement, but there is so much living space in this home that maybe a basement is not necessary. So this wall would probably come out as well to open it up, make it more of an open home concept, which is what's in now. Not sure if that's what's going to continue to be in. We also talked about raising the ceilings back up or keeping at that level too.
Should it be insulation between that level and this
because the kids would be upstairs and we would be downstairs. And so, like I said, the house was listed for $32. We'll have to see
what I would do. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would raise it back up.
And please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, the debt-free journey is indeed a journey, not a destination. Bye.